All right, music and comedy lovers, get ready because today we're diving headfirst into SNL50, the homecoming concert.
Ooh, yeah.
This news article we found is like a VIP pass to the whole thing, and
I gotta say, this wasn't just any concert.
oh no, definitely not. First
Remember,
off,
the star power.
Lady Gaga, Cher.
Miss Lauryn Hill.
Exactly. And I mean, that's not even
Not even half. It's like,
different generations of music icons.
I was thinking about that too. It's like SNL has been around for so long
50 years.
that they've had all these huge names on.
It's wild.
Oh, don't forget the comedy legends.
Oh, right.
Chevy Chase,
That-
Adam Sandler,
Shang to Faye.
Amy Poehler, all in one room.
That's insane, all those SNL alumni just hanging out.
It's like acknowledging where the show came
Like
from.
where it's going.
Yeah, like passing the torch or something.
And the music, I was impressed by how much variety there was.
I know. From rock,
To reggaeton.
hip hop, country, pop, everything.
Yeah, just like SNL has always had all kinds of music over the years. Exactly. Okay, so we've got these amazing musicians and comedy giants, but the performances themselves,
Right.
the article picks out some truly classic SNL bits like Bill Murray,
Bill Murray.
back as his lounge singer character.
Vic Valentine.
Yeah, with Paul Schaefer on the piano.
Always brings something special to SNL.
You know, right? Like his deadpan humor and then that smooth lounge act. It's perfect.
It just works.
Totally. And speaking of classic characters,
Oh, yeah.
Maya Rudolph and Fred Armisen,
Oh, man. They brought back
Beyonce and Prince.
their impressions. So good.
So good. I was dying laughing.
It's not just mimicking either. It's like they really capture
The essence of them.
exactly, but in a funny way.
It's respectful too, though, right?
Yeah, SNL's great at that. The
Yeah.
satire.
And the homage.
Both at the same time.
Exactly. And then there was Andy Samberg and Lady Gaga back together with
Oh, no way. With D in a Box.
the one and only. Can you believe that song became so huge?
It was everywhere. Hilarious and catchy.
It was like a perfect parody of those over-the-top music videos.
Totally.
Yeah.
What was so crazy is it wasn't just funny.
It was actually a hit.
#1 on Billboard, even won an Emmy.
Seriously, it went way beyond just SNL.
Wild. Oh, and did you see Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer?
The Copes, back together,
I could not believe it.
covering songs like Unholy
Wep.
and even Kendrick Lamar.
So fun.
Those two, like these out-of-touch music teachers.
And then these totally modern songs.
Yeah, the clash is hilarious.
Keeps SNL fresh.
It's not just about making fun of the songs themselves, though. It's more like
Like how weird it is to hear them.
in that context.
Exactly. Like they make you see it differently.
Totally. The whole concert wasn't just laughs and crazy performances, though. It did get
Oh, yeah. That
more
was
serious sometimes, like with Eddie Vedder.
his tribute to Tom Petty.
So beautiful, the waiting.
It really was.
And then he talked about SNL cast members who have died.
That was really powerful, you know?
Yeah, a reminder that even though it's this comedy institution,
It's a community, too.
that's experience loss, yeah.
It got me a little emotional, honestly.
I feel that. Okay, but speaking of joyful moments, we gotta talk Backstreet Boys.
Oh my God, the crowd went wild.
I want it that way. Everyone's singing along.
Like a time machine back to the 90s.
Totally.
And they have a new residency coming up, I think.
Really? So maybe they're having a comeback.
Could be. It's funny how SNL can do that.
Bring back artists, introduce them to a new generation.
Exactly, while satisfying the old fans, too.
It's amazing.
Yeah, really is.
It's like SNL is this bridge between...
Past and present.
Yeah, totally. And you know what's even crazier? The article mentions who else was in the audience.
Oh,
Who?
like other performers?
No, like celebrities, Paul Rudd, John Hamm, Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep,
Meryl Streep,
or
seriously.
even Jerry Seinfeld.
Wow, talk about star power.
Everyone who's anyone in Hollywood wanted to be there.
It's like a testament to the show's impact.
I know, right? To have that many huge names.
On stage and in the audience.
It's pretty incredible.
It's not just celebrities, though. SNL has this massive fan base.
I know, right? People who grew up watching and now their kids are watching.
Yeah, like a shared experience.
It's pretty unique. Why do you think SNL has lasted so long, though?
I think part of it is they're not afraid to change.
Adapt to the times?
Yeah, always reflecting what's happening in the world, pop culture, all that.
True. And we all love a bit of nostalgia, right?
Definitely. But I think it's more than just that.
Like what?
SNL has this knack for creating these moments that everyone remembers.
Oh yeah, for sure. Whether it's a song, a character,
Or even a political joke.
it becomes part of the conversation.
They really capture the zeitgeist.
Totally. It's like a snapshot of the world every week, but through comedy.
I like that snapshot.
You know what I'm a little bummed about, though? the article doesn't mention everything.
What do you mean?
Like, no Lazy Sunday reunion, Chris Parnell and Andy Samberg. That would have been epic.
Oh, I agree. Maybe they're saving it for the 60th anniversary.
Haha, maybe. Or maybe there was just too much good stuff to fit in.
Probably. They must have had such a hard time making the set list.
Seriously. Speaking of the whole concert experience, though,
Yeah.
from the article, what was the overall vibe?
Sounds like pure celebration, you know? Music, humor, and some genuinely touching moments.
Like a big family reunion.
Exactly. But like, everyone is super talented and hilarious.
I'd love to be at that reunion. Just imagine the energy in that room.
The article said it was electric.
Yeah, the audience clearly loved it, and the performers were feeding off of that.
For sure. And did you see the stage design?
Oh yeah, they had the main stage and then those smaller ones.
That looked like the SNL train station entrances.
So cool. It's like they brought the show to the concert.
It makes it more immersive.
Totally. It's more than just a concert. It's like...
Celebrating the show's history, its impact.
And its ability to make us laugh for like 50 years.
Incredible.
It is.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing how SNL has stayed.
Relevant, influential.
For so long. They've launched so many careers, created so many
Catchphrases.
pop culture moments. It's wild. What do you think the secret is?
Maybe it's that they take risks, push boundaries.
They're not afraid to ruffle some feathers.
Yeah, and they've given us some of the most iconic comedy.
Characters,
Well,
church ladies.
It's like they become part of us, you know?
Yeah, it speaks to the talent of the writers and performers.
Absolutely. You know, before we wrap up, I got to ask you, maybe our listeners are wondering this too.
It's that.
Given all the amazing performers at this concert, what other SNL musical moments would you have wanted to see?
Oh, man, that's tough. There's so many to choose from. I think for me, I would have loved to see Justin Timberlake do one of his sketches.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe like a Dick in a Box Part 2 with Andy Samberg.
Or a duet with Jimmy Fallon. That would be hilarious.
So many possibilities.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless. I'm with you on Lazy Sunday, too. That would have been
Iconic.
But hey, maybe they'll do it for the 60th. We can only hope.
It's exciting to think about what they'll do in the future.
For sure.
Okay, so there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into SNL50, the homecoming concert. It was
A truly epic event.
music, comedy, the show that shaped pop culture for 5 decades,
A night to remember, laughter, music.
a healthy dose of nostalgia,
It really shows you the power of live entertainment,
and how SNL brings us together.
even when the world feels divided.
I couldn't said it better myself. And to our listener, we want to know, what SNL musical moments would you have loved to see?
Head over to our social media and tell us.
And until next time, keep diving deep.
Keep diving. Yeah, it's amazing how they can stay popular for so long.
It really is.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just about looking back. This
Okay.
concert also showed off some of the newer SNL folks.
The current cast.
Exactly, like they were carrying the torch.
Passing it on, yeah.
And speaking of talent, you won't believe who LSE was in the audience.
Oh, really? Tell me.
Okay, so the article mentions Paul Rudd was there, John Hamm, Tom Hanks,
Wow.
Meryl Streep,
Meryl Streep. No way.
and even Jerry Seinfeld.
You're kidding.
I know, it's insane.
It really does seem like everyone who is anyone in Hollywood
Right.
to see SNL history,
Exactly.
it says a lot about how important the show is.
I know, right? All those big names.
On stage and just
Who else?
watch.
Like,
And it's not just a celebrity thing either.
what do you mean?
SNL has such a dedicated fan base, all kinds of people.
Oh, yeah, you see families watching it together.
People who grew up with it, now their kids watch it.
Yeah, like a family tradition almost.
It's really become this shared experience.
It's pretty special. But why do you think it's lasted so long? 50 years is
A long time.
for a show to stay popular.
I think it's because they change with the times.
They're not afraid to adapt.
Exactly. They always show what's going on in the world, pop culture.
You know, I was just thinking, we all love nostalgia,
We do.
but maybe that's not the only reason.
You're right, there's got to be more to it.
So what else is there?
I think SNL is really good at creating these moments.
Moments.
Yeah, like memorable moments that everyone remembers.
Oh, you mean like catchphrases and
Catchphrases, songs, even just jokes.
they become part of the culture.
Exactly. They really know how to capture what people are feeling, talking about.
That's true. It's like every week they take a picture of the world.
A picture.
Yeah, but a funny picture. You know?
Oh, I get it. Like a snapshot.
Exactly. But speaking of things, I remember
Yeah.
I was kind of bummed they didn't do a Lazy Sunday reunion.
Oh, with Chris Parnell and Andy Samberg.
You know, right? That would have been perfect.
I agree. Maybe they're saving it.
For the 60th anniversary?
You never know.
Maybe. Or maybe there was just too much awesome stuff already.
Yeah, I mean, they must have had so many choices for the set list.
So many great musical moments from SNL history.
It must have been hard to pick.
Okay, but shifting gears a bit.
Sure.
What about the concert itself? What was the vibe?
From the article, it sounds like it was pure joy. Yeah, celebration, music, humor. It even got emotional sometimes.
Like a big, happy family.
Yeah, like a family reunion.
But everyone's a comedian or a musician.
Exactly. That's the kind of family reunion I want to go to.
Seriously. Just imagine being in that room. The energy must have been...
The article says it was electric.
Yeah, and you can tell the audience was loving it.
And the performers were feeding off that energy, giving it back.
They were all having a blast. Oh, and the stage design?
Oh, yeah, the stage was cool.
They had the main stage and then those smaller stages that looked like...
The SNL train station entrances, yeah.
It's like they brought the show to life.
It makes you feel like you're part of it.
Totally. More immersive. It was more than just a concert.
What was it then?
It was like a celebration of SNL, everything it's done, how it's changed things.
Its impact on pop culture.
And how it's made us laugh for, what, like 50 years?
It's pretty incredible.
I know, right? It's crazy how they've managed to do that for so long.
50 years, it's insane.
Launching careers, creating those moments everyone remembers.
Those water cooler moments, yeah.
Makes you wonder, what's their secret?
Well, I think it's that they're willing to try anything.
Take risks.
Exactly. They're not afraid to talk about controversial stuff.
Make fun of powerful people.
Push the boundaries of comedy.
They've never been afraid to ruffle some feathers.
And it's worked. They've given us so many iconic characters.
Catchphrases, we all say.
Wayne and Garth.
Oh, the church lady.
Stefan.
It's like they become part of us.
Part of the culture, absolutely.
And that comes down to the talent, the writers, the performers.
100%.
Okay, before we wrap up, gotta ask you one more thing.
Shoot.
And I bet our listeners thinking this too.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
With that lineup, so many amazing performers.
Yeah.
What other SNL musical moments would you have wanted to see?
Oh, man. That's a tough one. There's so many. I think, personally, I would have loved to see Justin Timberlake bring back one of his sketches.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe like a Dick in a Box sequel with Andy Samberg.
Haha, yes.
Or even a surprise duet with Jimmy Fallon.
Stop, that would be amazing.
The possibilities are endless.
I still wish they'd done Lazy Sunday.
Chris Parnell and Andy Samberg, I know.
Maybe for the 60th anniversary.
Fingers crossed.
It's exciting to think about what they'll come up with next.
SNL is always full of surprises.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into SNL50, the homecoming concert. It was.
One for the bucks.
Seriously, music, comedy, celebrating this show that's had such an impact.
5 decades of SNL.
It was a night to remember.
Laughter, music, nostalgia.
It really shows you how powerful live entertainment can be.
And how SNL brings us together.
Especially when things feel kind of divided out there in the world.
That's a good point.
And to our listener, we want to know, what SNL musical moments did you miss?
Head over to our social media and tell us.
And until next time, keep diving deep.